Welcome back to another edition of Perspectives Podcast with your favorite host, Olivia Iman.
That's fine.
And today's episode is about habits. Habits. I ain't make no questions about habits.
What are
Um,
some of the main habits you see that a lot of people might indulge in?
well, I mean, you have. I think some of the most common habits would be like drugs and alcohol, weed, whatever other type of substances you indulge in to ease your mind, relax your mind, to make you feel more comfortable in your own body. Um, and I think like some other habits may just be like learned behaviors, over the years that kind of keep you stagnant or keep you in the same position that you're in. But yeah, I think mostly in today's society, I think it's more so, or what's more heavily talked about is like the substance habits because it's all in the music and on social media, and every your favorite rapper is popping perks, taking Zans, sipping lean, and it's like that's the cool thing to do, and all the kids want to do what their favorite people doing.
I'm gonna say I agree with you on that. I'm gonna say sex,
Hmm.
um, and drugs for sure. Sex and drugs. Another habit again is social media. Um, all of those things, especially like if your mental is not already right, all of those things play a big part in like lack of confidence,
Yeah.
um, depression for the most part, like especially for the men, like bro, with sex, as soon as you bust that nut, it's like bro, you're losing so much, like bro, so much everything, like bro, that's how your body flows for real, like bro, that's how a baby is made. Like you gotta bro, save that energy, save that shit, and look how you feel once you finish whacking off or having sex. Like you feel like shit for real. You feel like trash. But on top of that, masking with drugs, smoking weed,
Hmm.
even cigarettes and drinking liquor, whatever the case is, bro, we got to get it together. We have to. Like that's why you can't make good decisions. Right there. That's why you can't make good decisions, cause nigga, everything you need to operate on a decent level to move up in life and stuff like that is gone, wasted, just
Hmm.
like that.
Especially when you talk about like the sexual energy, like that is your creative energy. Like you said, like that's how you create a baby. That's how once you keep that energy cycling throughout the body, that's how you create, like, if you're an artist, your music, your paintings, your clothes, your designs, your content that you coming up with. Like once you release that creative energy into like this dimension, it's like you said, it's like it's instantly lost. You gotta think like a lot of times it's what's glorified in society, in our music, in our social media. It's like everybody want to be polygamous now, or everybody want to have multiple partners and just be sexually free, when really it's like when you're constantly expelling that type of energy, you're becoming more shackled, more tied to just not even negativity in general, but just not reaching your highest level of potential, you know?
Sure. And when I speak of like the sexual, it's about the release. And once you
Hmm.
release, like if you learn how to control your semen and cycle it back through, like bro, that shit is fine. Cause like having sex is a beautiful thing. Like, but once you release, that's when it's like, bro, everything is wasted right there. Everything is wasted. And even to the polygamy, like again, it's all in your purpose. It's all in your purpose. Cause we can go back again to like the Egyptian days. It's not about this right now, but it's like, bro, they had a purpose for that. Everyone had a role. It's cool, but again, life is just not all about just humping on everything. Like, control yourself. Control yourself.
Yeah. And it's like the same thing with like drugs and alcohol and stuff. It's a reason alcohol is called spirits,
Spirits for
or
sure.
used to be called. It still is called spirits, but there's something, and even with taking it to like weed and just other drugs in general, we live in a day and age where like it's just so accessible to just call somebody down the street and they can get you your 3-5, or they can get you your zip or whatever, and it's like you don't know where this is coming from. You don't know what energy has been passed along into the making of this, or just like from hand to hand, and now it's you, and now you're ingesting it in your body, and it's like you could be putting demons in you, spirits in you, like all type of shit, and you just never know. But because it's just so popular and it's just what everybody is doing now, it's like that's the thing to be cool and to be accepted and to feel like, for some people, their sense of worth, self-worth.
That's definitely a part of it. The other half is like, if it's just addiction. Like, again,
Mm-hmm.
most people in today's society is depressed. Like, I don't even think. Well, again, some you have some people that's like the bandwagon people that like to do things because of what they see on social media or they favorite whatever like to do it. But on the other end, bro, like over 90% of, and we gonna speak for our people, over 90% of our people is depressed. They're in situations they feel like they're stuck in, they can't get out of. And bro, like, we're here to say there's other ways. Like, you really have to want to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You really want to have to dive into yourself and figure it out. Like, bro, we smoked weed for years, like years back to back. And I mean, we didn't want to be like anybody. It was just it became an addiction because, like, number one, we like the vibe. Again, we like things that comes from the earth. Marijuana grows from the earth, but when it, going back to what she said, when you getting this shit from homeboy down the street, you don't know how many hands that been passed through. You don't know how many states that then came from. What whoever grew it,
What
who they
chemicals they use.
who they sold it to, who they sold it to, how it got to the your plug. Like, you don't know how many hands it been through. You don't know what they done sprayed, what they done put on it. So you really have to just take care of your temple. You really have to like just watch. We're not saying nothing is wrong with smoking weed, but watch where you get it from. If you can grow it yourself, cool. If you know what I'm saying, if you have a trusted source, cool. But just watch out for, you know, the homeboy down the street.
Yeah, especially you asked the whole boy like it. When we came back from LA, we was super into like, okay, what strain is it? What is it? Indica? Is it
It's
sativa?
gas.
You ask him what kind of weed this is, man.
It's the
Shit, he said
gas. It's
gas.
the gas. That Zapac. What? What
You
the
like
fuck?
what? That's not telling me nothing about what type of weed this is. And it's like, again, like back to what you said, it's like sometimes it doesn't start off as you trying to be cool or you trying to fit in or just being heavily influenced. It's you just really like the feeling
Yeah.
of it. And it's like, especially because I only know weed, so I can only speak on it. Like, when you go into doing something and you haven't set intentions or a purpose behind what you're doing it for, it can take you all over the place. Like, you can be experiencing negative emotions and just be in a mood and not know why. You just find yourself in this negative thought pattern, like this negative thought loop. And then once that haze is lifted off of you, it's like, okay, I feel better, but okay, I want to go back and smoke again. Or you get bored and you just have nothing to do. It's like, okay, let me go smoke. But it's like, if you don't set an intention behind it, it's just wasted. It's purposeless. You're not getting the full benefits of excuse me, of the substance that you're ingesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a waste of time. And then, like, speaking on like the habit of it, it's like you just get in the habit of constantly doing it. You forget how you felt when you weren't on it.
It's the instant gratification.
Yeah.
It's that feeling of accomplishment, and that's what you gotta let build up. Like again, when you smoke, you instantly feel a certain type of way.
Hmm.
When you release, you instantly feel a certain type of way. But you feel like shit for real. Like once
Yeah.
you realize, like, damn, I could have used this energy for something else. But even like when you want to stop and you have your purpose or your reasoning for why you want to stop. So you might stop for a day. Your goal might be, all right, let me clear myself for a week. It might get hard, you know what I'm saying, throughout that week, and you might relapse and be like, damn, I'm gonna smoke again.
Hmm.
Soon as you smoke, it's like your subconscious mind reminds you of why you quit smoking. But it's like if that mental isn't strong, you get sucked right back into it. That one day turn into 2 days.
That's
That
what
turn
it
into a
says.
week. That turn into a month. Now
Next thing you know, you don't order the zip
you back
to set you
into
up for the week, for the
you,
month.
you back into the mindset of damn, I want to stop again. I want to stop again. So again, no one is perfect. It's it's a journey. It's a journey. Again, you really have to know your purpose. You really have to know your why. And bro, we're rooting for you. Again, we have the urge still to this day, like, bro, I want some tree. I want some tree. But we have a goal in mind. Personally, it's like until I reach a certain level where I don't have to worry about a job anymore. I don't have to worry about where am I getting it from. We can grow it ourselves, or I can meet my grower directly. That's different, you know what I'm saying? But it came to a point where nothing was getting accomplished. I felt like I couldn't even think on a creative level unless I smoked some tree, and that only allow you to think so far before you got to roll up another one, fire that up. So, you know what I'm saying? Just really think of your temple. Really
Yeah.
think of your body as something special and the things you put in your body. And you gotta, man, we was eating healthy when we was smoking too. Like we was damn near vegetarians.
And see, that's the thing I was gonna say is like when we were smoking, it was like we were more health conscious because we were, in my opinion, we were doing something that wasn't necessarily completely damaging the temple, but you set fire to anything, tree, a cigarette, whatever, you set fire to anything and inhale that directly into your lungs, you're damaging your lungs, right? So it's kind of like we were balancing out one habit with trying to make sure that like everything else in our lifestyle kind of outweighed the bad that we were doing in that sense. And it's like, yeah, we were more conscious about what food we were putting in our body, what type of water we were putting into our body,
Working out.
working out, meditating, just really trying to maximize the benefits from, ingesting the tree. But when it got to a point where it was just like you said, like we was just doing it just to do it, like just wake up, go outside.
Getting lazy.
When we got lazy with it, when we stopped being intentional with it, was when it became more so feeling like I'm doing something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, if again, even if on the journey when you're trying to stop, or even if you don't want to quit, just try to find something that outweighs that. Like if you smoke, try to work out and stay consistent with it. Like, okay, I'm not gonna smoke until I do this. That way you at least feel some type of achievement.
Hmm.
You feel accomplished. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm a work out, then I'll smoke. You know what I'm saying? So just try to find something that'll weigh it out, and
Yeah.
you'll find yourself, you know what I'm saying, feeling way better at the end.
And then also being intentional about what you use when you are ingesting the tree. Like backwoods, back to back backwoods,
I love it.
Dorello.
I love it. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I tried the papers. I tried. Look, if I smoke, man, look, I'm gonna make sure my body is as clear as possible, and I'm gonna have to smoke me some woods because nothing else hit like the woods, like the paper. You know, yeah. But hey, I
Well,
love
it's
the
like
woods.
I feel it. I enjoy me a wood from time to time too. It's not my go to medium of consuming, but it's like I also love a good glass piece. I love a bong. I actually prefer it because you get more of the actual product versus like a wood or a Rello.
I ain't gonna lie, bones be having me feel bug out. As soon as I hit it, I just feel like a straight J ball.
And
Like,
no, as soon as I like light a wood or a paper, I feel like I'm just watching all the all the good
yeah.
stuff just like burn off the end. I'm only and especially like I like to talk when I'm smoking, so it's like it's just sitting there burning. It's like I'm not even.
See, I'm the opposite. It's like when I smoke, I don't want to hear nothing. Like I really want to be alone. I want to hear some music, maybe. Like I really want to dive into my mind. Like when people talk to me when I'm high, I get irritated. I'm like, bro, shit the fuck up.
Well, cause okay, but see, like that's how I feel when I hit the bong. When I hit the bong, because it's very purposeful. I'm
Yeah,
only pinching off so much to go in here, and it's like okay, I'm gonna clear this and then go about my business. Like a blunt or like a L or it just feels more social to me. You get what I'm
hell
saying?
no.
It
Nothing is social to me. Nothing about that is
But the
social.
thing is, like also, I don't like smoking with other people.
Yeah.
Like if I smoke, it's like with you, like maybe Alex is around, Leisha, but it's like I don't like doing it with like homies and I don't know where your mouth been. You feel me? Like I just
I got to the point a while ago. Even if like I smoke with bro or something, it's like you smoke yours, I smoke mine.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't really like the sharing. But with me, I like blunts because it's like the art of rolling and just walking around the room, pacing around, just being able to hit it, fire it up and hit it. Like I just love rolling and the art of it. Like
Yeah.
it gets better and better every time. You know what I'm saying? Like the taste of it and everything. The bone comes in when I feel like you get into the end of the set. You know what I'm saying? That's when I feel like all right, the bone could come in. But this episode isn't
It's not.
about.
It's about what we like, our preference. It's about habit. Well, I only brought up the medium because it also affects your temple. Like we were talking
Yeah, for
about
sure.
protecting your temple and things of that nature. It's like, yeah, when you are, if that's the route you choose, it's like also implement like lung detoxes and things of that nature. Like something to like clear your lungs. Like do a tolerance break. You feel me? Like you don't take a week off, take 3 4 days off, like and just give your lungs a good break, you know. And it's not saying you have to like give it up completely, but it's like the habit you choose should also complement your lifestyle, not lead it into detriment. If that makes sense, it's like some people go down the rabbit hole of like alcohol and can't, and that's a slippery slope, and like can't seem to get off that hamster wheel. And no matter how much sweating or whatever you do, it's like you're still deeply polluting your liver because the tolerant, like it's just not processing. You feel me? But it's just like whatever habit you choose, either decide on like a healthy lifestyle to outweigh the negative effects of it, or just be really, really conscious about when and how you consume and use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the same thing can be said with like social media because it's like taking it away from substances and just going in social media. It's like you constantly watching somebody else's life or seeing the highlight reel that they put off for you to consume. 9 times out of 10, over time, will make you feel like you're not at the place you need to be or that you aren't accomplishing the things that you should be accomplishing by a certain age, by a certain time. You feel me? And it's just like the constant consumption of other people's lives without taking a break, without mentally checking in with yourself, will also be a detriment to your own mental health.
Shit, sometimes y'all niggas is lazy. So I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes I'm lazy. Again, I'm still working on it. I'm still working to become a better person every day. So when I'm talking to y'all, I'm really talking to myself too. I can be going way harder than what I am. But honestly, I feel like if you don't for real know yourself, find yourself first, figure out who you are first, and don't budge for nothing. I don't care who it is, what it is. Find out what you want in life, who you are in life, and go towards it. But you have to be clear minded. You have to be clear minded. The rest of that shit don't even matter. Like, find yourself out, know your goals, and go straight after it. Like, it's really as simple as that. It's simple said than done. At the end of the day, that's what it is, man. Look, before you figure out, I mean, before you start doing all this other stuff, man, just find out where you want to go in life, set you some goals, and if that stuff help you get there, cool. Just make sure it's controlled. Make sure you have control over it. It's not controlling you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, weigh something out with it. You know what I'm saying? Find you a good habit that outweighs the bad habit, and bro, everything will be cool. And just always remember, no one is perfect. No one's really paying attention to you. Again, if you don't have a purpose to be on social media, drop that shit. Like that shit is pointless. There's a bunch of people on there that's showing the life that's really not real. Like you have some real people out there, but man, for the most part, that shit is fake. Like, don't compare yourself to nobody's journey. Just keep your chin up, chest high, my fellas and my women. And bro, we gonna make it through this. We gonna make it through this. This is nothing. Been through, and just think back on harder things that you've been through and how you got through that. You're gonna be good. This is nothing. Put the weed down. Hopefully none of y'all wiping y'all nose. Put the drinks down. And man, stop whacking your meat. Put the porn down.
Put the pills down.
All of that.
Put the
All of that stuff.
gas, the perks.
All of that. You can't trust your plug at the end of the day. I don't care. Unless you see this motherfucker grow the shit yourself,
Unless you see
man.
him make his own perks.
You that's the thing. Like if it don't grow from the earth, look, I really don't want y'all indulging in
Yeah.
that shit. But to each his own again. So, man, look, we wish y'all the best. Much love. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace and blessings.